Time for more Riders Insider here on Fox Sports Southwest. Riders fans know plenty about what life at Dr. Pepper Ballpark is like, but what about life on the road? All-star pitcher Walker Weichel takes us through what happens when the team gets on the bus and traverses the Texas League.
We usually have the bus for about an hour and a half post-game, and it's obviously flexible if everyone's ready to go earlier than we get going. But it's a strict time schedule, and if you're not on the bus is leaving with or without you. You can never be too early for the bus to get a seat. That's always a given. Just like back in grade school, when you're taking the bus to school, it's always staff and coaches up front. They're the ones up there going over game reports, finishing scouting reports. The starting pitchers or whoever is up for the next series kind of occupies that front part of the bus where it tends to be a little bit quieter. They can maybe catch some sleep and get ready for the next series. I always sit on the left side of the bus, being a right-handed pitcher. I don't ever want to fall asleep and have my arm get cramped up on the side of the bus. Plus the AC comes up from the windows, so you fall asleep on your throwing side. Next thing you know, the thing's cramped up and pretty cold. So that's just a little tip and trick that I've learned that's really helped me over the years. I've seen guys trying to sleep in the overhead rafters. I've seen guys slinging hammocks across the rafters trying to go to sleep. It's almost like an unwritten rule of Texas League baseball travel. If you pass a Buc-ee's, whether you're 1 hour into the road trip or 7 hours into the road trip, you got to stop. It's probably 12:30, 12:45 in the morning. Waiting on order number 452 here. A little late night snack. Just because we are on a time schedule trying to make it back home, we try and keep the trips under 30, 45. Oh, that's me right there. 452 turkey melt, classic. Always go with it. But we try and keep it under 30 minutes. Can be hard with so many options here, and everyone gets a little excited. But I'm gonna go grab a drink here and check out, and then get ready to get back on the road. Well, it's currently 6:15, 6:20 in the morning here in Corpus. This is about the only city that we have the opportunity to get out and fish. Being from Florida, I like to wake up and take advantage. There's a couple of us that like to come out here when the weather's right and it's not too windy and see if we can catch a bite or two before having to get the day started over at the ballpark. I really enjoy being able to come out and just have some quiet time, especially this early in the morning, kind of before everything wakes up and before we got to get back to the routine of the day. Just being able to come around the water, and whether I catch anything or not, it's a little therapeutic for me to be able to get out by the water and just enjoy some personal time. But we always try and find a nice breakfast spot, maybe walk around, see the downtown or sightsee area. Aside from that, it's really just recover and then get back to the ballpark and ready for work. Throughout the series, we'll have pregame workouts at whatever the local sponsoring gym is around 11 o'clock. If it's a 7 o'clock game, our workouts will start about 11 o'clock. Everyone will get some lunch at the hotel, shower, have time for a quick nap or grab a cup of coffee or whatever it is, and then get on the bus and come to the field. I feel like obviously you would get a lot more fans at home wanting autographs just because you're getting more games played there in front of them. But there are the loyal fans and the loyal autograph seekers and fans out there looking to secure whether it's your card pack or I've seen some fans that have cards all the way from my rookie days, around my draft card all the way up to this season's card, and it's always nice having somebody want your signature and want a piece of you to remember you by.
Number 14, Jordan Profar. Batting fourth, the second baseman, number 11, Christian.
It seems to be that every time we go on the road, the visiting bullpen always is in direct line of sight of the sun for the first 5 innings. Don't know if that's by design or just coincidence. I think it's a nice aspect for the fans to be able to come down. And aside from if you're not sitting in the front row, the bullpen's probably the closest you're going to get to live action. So it's always fun to see the kids or the casual fan come down there and try and guess how hard guys are warming up and call pitches or just get little tidbits about minor league life or professional baseball, get to interact with the other side of the fence a little bit. You start seeing those familiar street signs and you start seeing Legacy Drive, and you're close to home and settle back in for a little homestand in Frisco.